What's up? There we go. We are live. What's going on, my family? What's up? What's up? What's up? Give me 1 second. Okay? Cool. We are live, man. Cool. What's going on, baby? Come on. Come sit over here.
I'm so excited,
okay,
man.
Welcome to the Power Couple Show. I believe we are live now. Thank you for those who are joining us. Thank you for those who waited for us, okay? The entire time. All right. Love you guys, and we're excited that you guys are here, okay? Just making sure everything is good. Let me know if you guys can hear us clear. If not, let me know, please. All right. Again, guys, we are excited that you guys are here. We're just waiting for a couple of things to come into fruition here. We're waiting for my wife's Meerkat to get on here and start popping here. But so far, we have 9 people up. Okay, we are live on YouTube, live on Meerkat. We're just waiting for my wife's Meerkat. And
so now we're officially live.
We're officially live. My name is Policy Q.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are
the Power Couple.
You're watching
the Power Couple Show.
Live
Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Meerkat, YouTube, and thepowercoupleshow.com.
Make sure you make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com.
Yep.
Man, I just want to congratulate or celebrate rather everyone who was just on like the pre-live, right? The pre-production of the show. Man, we appreciate you getting on.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it.
Restreaming. I think they deserve a 2 claps.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Go.
Yeah, awesome. Cool.
Well, ready? Come on, man. Ready to go.
Man.
You rock. You guys are awesome. Before it was on YouTube. Well, I know we were live, man, but technically the show didn't start live. Do you get what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted you guys to come on in, so it was kind of like a pre-live, all right?
Yeah.
Now we're live because we're actually talking about the show. So, but anyway, baby, tell them why we need to go to thepowercoupleshow.com.
Yeah, you want to make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com for a couple of things. Number one, so you can get a free PDF, the 7 ways to becoming a power couple, but also we are going to be in the process of giving away free memberships.
What?
You guys,
yeah. What? Free memberships.
Free memberships.
To what? A membership to what?
A free membership to so you guys can view our last 50 episodes of the Power Couple Show. Okay, we were thinking of selling this, but we decided to give it away for free. So you want to make sure you join the VIP list so you guys can get updated on when that's going to be happening. It's going to be happening very quickly, actually, because we already have the outline together. We've already started putting a couple of episodes in that membership site. So make sure you go to thepowercoupleshow.com so you guys can get the email when we're going to be giving away the free memberships.
Absolutely, man. This is my say what face. Ready?
You
say what?
Say what? Say what? So, baby, what are we talking about today?
Man, today we're talking about abuse. Okay, now this is a tough topic. Okay. We were doing a series all last week, and that series was like the 10 or 15 ways that, divorce happens,
Yeah.
And abuse was the last one.
Abuse was the last one, yeah.
Abuse was the one where, it obviously does cause divorce, right? It affects that. But this is a hard one because there's so many different kinds of abuse, for one. And, really, what do you do? How do you respond to that? So Paolo and I are going to give our what we say about it, what we think, our personal opinion on it. It doesn't mean that it's valid, doesn't mean that it's true. But if you agree with it, you can totally apply it to your lives. And, we've never been abused. We've been abused emotionally, not so much in relationships, but like intimate relationships. But we're going to talk about it. We've had friends who have been abused, emotionally, physically. So we just want to talk about, this topic because it does happen. And it's not to point a finger at the other person and say that you're a horrible human being for abusing someone. You don't know the struggles that person is going through either, not to justify that it's okay. But we just want to talk about our take on it. So
yeah, we're going to be talking about it.
I think it's going to be an interesting topic. It's going to get intense, and we definitely want your participation. We want your opinion. We want your say it all. We want to know what you think. So be prepared to put your comments in, ask questions, because it's going to be an interesting topic. But let's start off with what we normally do, baby.
Yeah. Well, let's start it off. Today we're gonna be going over love words.
Love words.
Love words, baby. What's love words? Explain to everyone who's on here watching this live what love words is.
Love words is a beautiful time, man. It's a beautiful time where you get to get with your partner, your spouse, look into their eyes, and we can go over exactly what it is that we love about them. Why do we love them? Remind yourself why, give them reasons why, and just uplift each other. It's one of the best things you can do. Thank you for liking this and retweeting this, The Reverse Life. I appreciate you being here, man. So you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do this. So guys, make sure you get with your partner right now. Text them, call them, right? Don't just watch us do it, but what's even better is doing it and applying it with us, right?
Yep.
So hey, baby, I just wanted to say that I love you because you really know how to tell me the truth in a way where I can receive it. And I want to say thank you for that because I think that without knowing the truth, right, I don't think I'd grow. And I want to say thank you for being so upfront and for having the courage to tell me the truth.
Baby, I just want to let you know that I love you because you take action. You know, you take action. From the moment I met you to now, and I can't wait to meet the future, Paolo, you have grown so much on that action taking part. Like you get feedback. It used to take you a really long time to apply it. Now you're just implementing it in seconds. And even with your new cleanse that you're doing, like you learned it, you apply, like everything that you do, you become such a huge action taker, an immediate action taker.
Wow.
I love that about you because it pushes me to do the same.
Wow, that's awesome, babe. I want to say that, I really love the fact that you have this ability to have people just be attracted to you. And it's not in that weird kind of way, but it's in a way where people just love to be around you because you bring something to the table that's just like no other. And the fact that you can do that, it makes everyone else feel great about themselves, and it also just makes me like, wow, she's amazing. She's such a great person at connecting with people. And I think that's so cool because I think that I benefit a lot from the relationships that you connect with. Mm-hmm. And I want to say thank you for that.
Awesome, man. I love you so much, man, because you just are fun. I mean, last night we had an amazing conversation out there, just sitting in the night and just looking at the beautiful New York skyline. And I love that you have become such a better husband, man. Seriously, like I've seen so many phases of you, like of you don't even know how to be in a relationship to suddenly you understand how to act in a relationship to then you're like trying to, so you went overboard with one way of trying to be a husband and then you didn't know how to, like, you didn't have an identity yet as a husband. And it's like, dude, you are literally the best husband in the world for me. And I'm just so grateful because you're getting better and better every single day, man. I love you.
I love you too, baby.
You're the best.
You're the bomb.
This guy's the best, man. Anyway, I love doing love words. I really sometimes forget that we're on the show when we do this.
Yeah, I forget too. So
I'm like having such a good time telling my husband, what I'm really enjoying about him, what he's doing so much better, that I forget that we're actually on the show. And you should too. If you're really being completely genuine, if you're being completely honest and transparent with your spouse, you're going to forget. Like, you're just like, wow, like you just realize, like, I don't know about you, baby, but I truly realize how much I love you.
Wow. Thank you so much.
And I truly realize how much you love me when we do this.
Yeah.
And it's awesome, man. So I love words. You guys are watching
The Power Couple Show
live
Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern
on Meerkat
YouTube and thepowercoupleshow.com.
Make sure you make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com. Baby, tell them why.
To get access to a free PDF as
The Power Couple Show, they're gonna get 50 episodes of The Power Couple Show completely free.
They're gonna get it, man.
Oh my goodness, man. I'm excited. You know what else I'm excited about, guys? We're launching the Power Couple Challenge, okay? And what this is we want to see how many power couples are truly out there all over the world. And the only way to know if you're truly a power couple is to overcome the challenge, to pass the challenge, to go through the test, see if you guys qualify as power couples. If you really want to do that, let us know. The challenge is going to be launching very soon. You want to make sure that you get first dibs on becoming a part of the challenge.
Absolutely.
And the Power Couple Club, y'all.
And the Power Couple Club, yo.
It's time for what, baby?
It's time for the quote of the day.
Oh, I got really excited. My pen decided to, jump out of my hands. It's time for the quote of the day, man. Let's do it. You want to read it, baby?
Yeah, I'm going to read it.
Here we go. Boom.
One's dignity may be assaulted, vandalized, and cruelly mocked, but it can never be taken away unless it is surrendered.
Ooh.
Wow, that's good. That's real good. That's real good.
That's real what?
I'm going to say it again.
Say it again.
One's dignity may be assaulted, vandalized, and cruelly mocked, but it can never be taken away unless it is surrendered.
That is deep, man. You know, and I think it's true. Do you think it's true?
Man, I think it's very true.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the definition of dignity?
That's a good one. What does dignity actually mean?
Yeah.
My phone's there, and that's usually my dictionary is.
Yeah, I want to know exactly what the definition of dignity is. I mean, I know what it means in there,
Right there.
but there we go.
Let's see.
Okay, dignity, the state of quality of being worthy of honor or respect. Of honor and respect, okay?
The state or quality of being worthy of honor or respect. So it's being worthy of it.
Yeah, being worthy of it.
So when your dignity loses worth, when you feel it has lost worth, when someone doesn't appreciate your worth, it can never really be taken away unless you actually surrender to that.
Wow.
To that, value.
Yeah.
Man, you know what this reminds me of, baby?
What does it remind you of?
It reminds me of that saying where, and that's not a saying, it's like everyone says this. A lot of people say this. You made me do it. Like, you made me do it. I'm guilty of saying this.
Wow.
I'm guilty of thinking it.
Yeah.
Because it's not true. Like, no one can make you do anything. It is impossible for someone to make you do something. You, in fact, choose based on the situation that is presented at hand to do something. So yeah, the higher the situation, maybe it provokes you to make a decision that you're not so proud of, but no one can make you do something.
That's true.
And so when someone's dignity loses worth in another person's eyes, it doesn't mean that it actually is invaluable unless you surrender to that person's measuring stick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. And when I look at this quote, I think it's important because there's a lot of things that can be taken away. There's a lot of things that can be taken away. Our money can be taken away. Our food can be taken away. Our shelter can be taken away. There's just a lot of things that can be taken away. But there's a couple of things. There's just a couple of things that just can never be taken away unless we surrender. Unless we surrender and we give that over to somebody else. And I think that's important, especially in a relationship. We're talking about abuse, and we know we have a couple of friends that have gone through that, right? That have been abused by the other spouse. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on in there, right? There's a lot of stuff that goes on in there. But one of the things that this reminds me as well is something that you used to say a lot, and then you still say, that if you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. And you have to have standards. You have to understand that you are worthy. You're so worthy. And I think that this goes back to anything, but especially in a relationship. When you don't find yourself to be worthy, we as human beings have this natural thing inside of us to want to take advantage of other people. I'm not proud of it. No one's really proud of it. But the thing is that you have to stand for something, right? Because if you don't stand for something, people are going to take advantage of you, and people are going to push the lines. They're going to cross the line sometimes.
Absolutely.
And you have to know when to say stop. And I think that early in our relationship, me and my wife's relationship, there's a lot of things that I had to work on. There's a lot of things that I had to be made aware of. There's a lot of things that I was doing wrong, but I wasn't aware of, that my wife brought to my awareness because she valued herself. She respected herself. She wanted someone to honor her, versus I hope they honor me, versus I wish they honor me, versus, oh man, it'd be so nice if they respected me. No, she put her foot down and she said, look, and she brought these things to awareness that I needed to improve on. So I didn't continue to keep stepping over that. I didn't continue to keep taking advantage.
Absolutely, man. I love it. This topic is so difficult.
It's difficult.
It really is. But before we actually dive into it, I just want to shout out to Lydia, who's here, right? Living Chick.
Chick.
She liked this, retweeted this. She gave us some hearts. Let's give her a 2 claps, baby.
You rock.
We appreciate you
Lydia,
for being here. Make sure you go follow her. She's the bomb. Like, tick, tick, boom. We love you guys. Thank you, Deep Trucking, for liking this and retweeting this. You're also amazing. We appreciate you being here. And so we're talking about abuse, right? What do you do when you are involved in abuse in an abusive relationship, right? And you know, this is going to be difficult because, you know, there's so many opinions about this, so many takes about this, and we're just going to express our opinion. Again, it doesn't mean that it's valid, it doesn't mean that it's true. This is just what we kind of perceive about it. Have we ever been abused by one another? Absolutely not. I don't think we've ever been abused. I think there's levels of abuse, and you know, maybe like the first level of abuse where like I call him a name or he calls me a name, you know, that can be a level of abuse. I think, but that's as far as it's gone for us. We've never actually gotten physical with one another. And
Yeah.
but we know people who have.
And you know what? I can actually probably relate to this because I was in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Where, you know, the girl I was dating, you know, she was very abusive. She liked to put her hands on me a lot. And let me tell you something. It never made me feel good, man. And it was just. I was in an abusive relationship emotionally and physically. I can say that.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there was times where, you know, I was just being disrespected, and I was just.
It's not a good feeling.
It's not a good feeling.
I've never been abused in an intimate relationship. Never. But emotionally I have, and you know, a little bit physically I have.
Yeah.
So like I can understand it to an extent. The thing is this, man, this is going to be so intense. Like the stuff that we're going to share here, you may agree with and you may not, and you're entitled to your own opinion, and we respect it and we love you for it. So please express it in the comments, ask questions, because we're going to dive in really deep. We're going to go in on this topic that is so sensitive. It's a sensitive topic, but it needs to be spoken of.
Yeah.
Because it does happen. You'll be surprised at how many people are actually going through abuse in a relationship. And it could be emotionally, it could be physically, but it's going on. And if you're one of them out there in the world, whoever's watching this, whether you're watching it live or you're watching the recording, we want you to know that there are solutions and that it's only temporary. And if you really, 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 you know, take our word seriously, then we hope that this helps and you can apply it into your life. And we'll be praying heavily for your circumstance, your situation, that there's a door that opens for you to get out of that. And now I'm not saying just leave the relationship, but that there's an opportunity for it to mend, to heal, and that you never lose sight of your own actual worth in the process. And so we're going to dive into it, get deep, man. This is going to be, you guys are probably wondering, like, why are you guys so serious today? I mean, this is a serious topic.
Serious topic, yeah.
It's a serious topic, so I have my serious voice on, all right?
That's funny.
You guys are watching
The Power Couple Show
live Monday through Friday,
10
10 a.m.
Eastern
Eastern on
Meerkat YouTube
and thepowercoupleshow.com. Make sure you make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com. Not every topic is as serious as this. In fact, actually they are, but we just have a little bit more fun talking about it. But go ahead, check it out. You can watch the recordings. You can get access to so many things. Actually, baby, tell them what else they can get access to on the Power Couple Show.
You can get access to The Power Couple Show, which is going to be the 7 ways to become, you can get access to a free PDF that we have. 7 ways to becoming a power couple. Like I had like a brain fart there. 7 ways to becoming a power couple, and as well you can join, as well as joining our free VIP list to get access to the free membership we're going to be launching in the very near future.
No way.
A couple of days.
I can't wait, man. You
Yeah.
guys are going to be able to log
awesome.
in,
Yeah.
and you're going to be able to see the last 50 episodes of the Power Couple Show.
Yep.
And we're also going to be letting you in very soon on the Power Couple Challenge, which means all the power couples from all over the world get to take this challenge. And if you can accomplish this challenge, if you can overcome it, if you pass it, it shows that you, in fact, are a power couple, and you can be a part of the Power Couple Club.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You ready?
So, yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready. So go for it.
Man, you know, first thing I want to talk about is this, right? Because we haven't really been abused, you know, with one another, we can't really talk about our own personal experiences that way.
We can't. We got to talk about other times that we've been abused.
Yeah, I mean, so if you want to share some of those times that you were abused, you know, go ahead, baby, and then we can go into this 4-step process that we've created.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, the first thing that I would realize that when I was in an abusive relationship, You know, when I was abused very emotionally, and it was hard, but it was the truth. And it was like by using a lot of guilt, right? A lot of guilt. And I remember being in this relationship where it almost felt like I was bound to it. I could never leave it because every time I would try to leave it, because I knew it was not healthy, I knew that this is probably somebody I didn't want to spend the rest of my life with. It's not even that I thought, I just knew it, but I never left it because every time I was going to leave it, you know, I'd be put into this corner where if I left, you know, this person would probably end their life, or this person, and these are the things that, you know, that she would tell me, right, which would then prevent me from actually taking action and doing the thing that I really wanted to do, which is not be in this relationship anymore. And it really held me back for so many months, and, you know, for as long as the relationship went, because this is her way to keep me around the relationship. Not only that, but it would start getting more abusive because of the fact that, you know, she thought I was talking to other people, and she would get very physical, and she'd always mention things like, you know, I'm going to take my life away. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. She was just an emotional roller coaster. And I felt like she was a ticking bomb ready to blow up any moment. And it was just, man, it was probably it was just crazy. It was a crazy relationship. But, you know, I continued to keep pursuing it. It was the weirdest thing in the world. And I think that one of the reasons why I kept pursuing it was because deep down inside of me, I was really insecure of who I was. And I was like, you know what? Who else is going to take me besides her? You know, who else is going to take me besides her? There's probably no one else. There's probably no one else. And this is my thought process. Now, I wasn't married with the girl.
Right.
But every time, you know, this would happen, it made me say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't do it. But then, well, you know, then I'd say to myself, but who else will take me? Because I was already diminishing my worth. I thought that this is the woman that I can only have, and I should settle for this. And it's not going to get any better because of who I am, because of my worth. And I think that was a problem that had me just in chains, man.
That's crazy, man. You know, like, I can't relate to that. I've never been abused. I've been put in a situation where abuse could have taken place.
Yeah.
But I nipped it in the butt so rapidly and intimately in a relationship, you know? You know, so I don't have much of an experience in an intimate abuse. I do know what it feels like to be emotionally abused, and you know, just, it's not a good feeling. You begin to question your value in this world. You begin to question, you know, the reason you're even alive in this world.
Absolutely.
You know, you begin to question just who you really are. And that's never, ever, ever a good place to be, because it can lead to, you know, committing suicide, running away, and just, you know, hurting your own self. And you never get to live the life that you really could, the one that God really intended, because no one is ever meant to be put down or feel like they are invaluable to this world.
Absolutely.
Because I want you to know that you are valuable, that there are gifts, skill sets, talents, ideas, purpose in your life that the world needs to see. And we have to help you overcome these hurdles.
Yes.
So this is so serious. And, you know, one of the things that we talk about here is this, right? There's preventive ways to, you know, stop from abuse, even entering a relationship. And the only way you can ever prevent it from happening.
One thing that Pastor Brian Houston says is prevention is better than recovery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if what she's gonna share with you right now, it's so powerful. She's gonna share you a 4-part system so you can understand what to look for, what to look for whenever you're getting abused, so you don't get abused, right? I mean, this is going to be really, really good. So I want you guys to please pay attention to what she's about to share with you guys, because it's going to be really, really good. Go for it.
Absolutely, man. So, I mean, some of you are not in an abusive relationship, but some of you aren't even in a relationship. So let's talk about how to prevent it from ever happening, and I will address if you are in one.
Yeah. And
so the first thing is just knowing your worth, okay? You have to know that you know that you know that you know your worth, okay? You have to have standards. You have to have, I'm gonna give you an example, okay? And, you know, prior to Bello, I was actually dating someone. We weren't in a serious relationship, but we were going on a couple of dates. And I just remember saying to myself, you know, this person is almost exactly what I've wanted in a man. Except he was missing just one thing, just one thing. And to me, that one thing was a big thing. It was what makes or breaks the future of our relationship, because it's what drives the relationship to a level that I've always envisioned. And he didn't have it. And I said to myself, well, I could just settle for this guy because he literally had just about everything but that one thing. And
What was that one thing?
That one thing was just godly connection, was just being a man of God. And he was more so a man of himself. But he was very manly. You know what I mean? Like, he was a man of himself. He could provide. He was hungry. He had everything that I wanted.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the connection to be directed by the Holy Spirit, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And that really was a big thing for me, because, you know, you can't trust man. You just can't. You can't trust yourself. And so anyway, so I began to say to myself, well, Cass, maybe there's just not someone out there who has every single thing that you're looking for. So if at least he comes close to it, pursue it, right? And I was going to, and I just thought to myself, you know, like, but what if, you know, what if there is actually someone out there that has everything that I'm looking for, and I never get to experience it? Do I settle for, like, I don't want to go pursue this relationship wholeheartedly committed, and then in the back of my mind there's just this voice like, you could have had that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I didn't want to find myself in a position where it's exposed, where it's like, wow, this one thing killed my entire life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This, like, the fact that he didn't have it. So I had to stop it, because I have standards, right? I know what I want. I know what my worth is, and I knew there was someone out there that could provide me for what I was looking for, because I was valuable in that, right? And so I nipped it in the butt. And let me tell you something, when I nipped it in the butt, when I decided to end it, it came out, you know.
Red flags, huh?
Yeah, red flags came out. Though, you know, he put his hands on me, you know, he got aggressive in a way I've never seen in the days that we were dating. And so I was just like, wow, like, I am so glad that I followed this checklist. So here's what you need to do, okay? This is what I did. I literally wrote down everything that I wanted in my husband. I prayed about it. I wrote it down. I want him to do this. I want him to respond to life this way. I want him to, I literally wrote it all down. And it was almost like a checklist. But I wrote it down almost every other week, maybe every other night. I prayed about it. I prayed. I said, God, prepare me for my future husband. God, prepare my future husband for me. Like, I wrote this stuff down. And so it was almost like an internal checklist that when I dated someone, I just naturally felt if they were going to have everything I ever wanted. And so because of that, if I didn't get every check mark, I knew that I could no longer continue dating this person, because I knew it wasn't going to end anywhere special or serious.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are preventive ways. And just knowing my worth.
So knowing your worth is the first one. Okay, what's the second one?
Man, the second one is this, dude. Like, once I knew my worth, okay, and I didn't settle for anything, and I actually pursued what I believed I deserved, is that once you're in the relationship, okay, now let's talk about abuse is actually happening.
Yeah.
Right? If Paolo goes crazy in the mind, loses all, you know, senses of
it can happen.
Value.
Not perfect.
And he decides to begin to abuse me.
Yeah.
The problem is this, okay? He's not the problem. Him abusing me is not the problem. It is just a circumstance. But that circumstance is going to expose the real problem. And the real problem is you. This is so hard to say, because I've never been abused, right? And I can't imagine what it's like to have another human being hit you, emotionally bring you down, spit at you, just tear you apart. I played a role in a play where I was I was getting abused by my husband. I played that, right? And I just remember feeling that. But you have to understand this. The person hitting you, talking down at you, pointing the finger at you is not the problem. It's just a circumstance that's going to expose the real problem. The real problem is you. Well, let's see if it is. The second thing is this. Please understand that their opinion of you does not measure your own worth.
Yeah, it's true. Their opinion, man. You know, like this is something that carries a lot of weight if we allow it to, right? Like words are powerful, but like for example, like if somebody tells you that you're sick and you're gonna die, some person randomly in the street tells you this, right? Their words don't carry much value because they're not really a doctor or a certified physician to tell you these kind of things. So you wouldn't pay much attention to them and you think they're crazy. But if now a doctor dressed up in a doctor suit with a certificate, you know, you walk into the doctor's office and he tells you the same exact thing that a stranger on the street tells you, their words carry more weight, right? They carry more weight because they're a doctor, because that's the title that's been given to them. Well, in your relationship, it's the same thing. There's a certain title that you give your partner. There's a certain influence and authority that you give your partner. And you know what? The truth is that it's not a bad thing to give all of yourself to your partner. You should naturally do that. But the moment they start taking advantage, the moment they start doing things that are just not conducive to helping you grow, conducive to making you feel good, conducive to the relationship, the moment things start going down south is the moment you have the ability to take away that authority, to take away that influence, and to really understand that their words don't carry any weight. Every time they do something that's not right, every time they do something that's not correct, it shouldn't be, they should not continue to keep having the same standards. They should not continue to keep having the same authority. It is your job to take away that influence, to take away that authority, to take away the weight from their words. Because if you don't take away the weight of the words, they're gonna hurt you real bad. They're gonna hurt you real bad. And here's something that's important. Like if a doctor, right? If a doctor continues to perform things not the right way, not legally, not the way a doctor is performed, if they take away his license to be a doctor. You know, you've probably seen a couple of incidents where doctors have prescribed drugs to celebrities when they shouldn't have, or they've done things that they shouldn't have. And once the public found out about it, or once it caused damage to somebody, their doctor's license was stripped away, like completely taken away. They no longer had the right to call themselves a doctor. They no longer had the influence, right? And what happened? They became like anyone else with words that don't have any weight to them, right? Yeah. And it's important because, like, for example, if you don't do this, every word that comes out of that person that's hurting you is gonna hurt 10 times more. It's like when I was in karate and I was learning how to punch. I didn't understand. Like your fist, everybody's fist on the average weighs anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds, okay? Maybe less, maybe I might be exaggerating. I think that's around about the same weight, about 5 to 10 pounds, right? Which means that if you really don't know how to punch, and if you really don't know how to exert that energy, like when you punch, then it's really what you're throwing is a 5-pound punch. Like you're throwing a 5-pound fist. But in karate, they taught me different movements and different ways where I can throw my entire body with the punch. Right now, I weigh 145 pounds, right? But now that I was being trained to throw my punch in a specific way, I know it no longer was just a 5-pound punch. It now became a punch that was carrying weight. It was carrying my whole weight behind the punch. So I'm 145 pounds, which is a big difference than just a 5-pound punch. Even though nothing really changed about me except the fact that I now understood how my body worked, I now was throwing my entire body with the punch, and now the punch was being followed by my entire weight, right? And it's the same thing in your relationship, right? You have to understand that you have the ability to give your partner that power and also have the ability to take it away. And it's not to say that you shouldn't be more open with your partner. It shouldn't be like, oh, well, that's the reason why I don't open up, or that's the reason why I'm not upfront with them, or that's the reason why I don't just give everything. You should give everything because, I mean, you should just naturally do that. And the moment that they do something right, it should reinforce that commitment. But the moment that they do something wrong, it should also be the reason that you begin to start taking some of that away. Because if you don't start taking some of that away, I'm telling you, it's going to be like a punch that's being followed by all of that weight. And all of that weight is going to be, every word that they say is going to put you down. It's going to hurt you real bad. And it's going to make you question your self-worth.
Absolutely, man. You know, and I love that you said that. Just don't hold value to what they're saying. Don't give them the authority to have that over you, man.
Yeah.
That's true. That's really like bullies. Like, you're giving them the authority to be a bully. The moment you give them that authority, they will continue to be. But if you take that authority away, immediately they no longer have control over how you feel about it. You know?
Exactly.
It's like you're giving them the key to your heart. Don't
It's
do
like,
that.
how can you continue to keep respecting an individual that continues to hurt you emotionally and physically, right?
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't make any sense. You know?
And it's tough because it's like how do you like
And there's a
no
lot-
longer give them the authority? How do you do that? And I'm telling you, this just goes deep. Like, this can be a whole seminar. But I don't know, baby. I feel really compelled to hold these last two off
Okay.
and do it on the next episode.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but I just feel like I
No,
really need to do that.
that's totally cool. So guys, again, you're watching
The Power Couple Show, live Monday through Friday
10 a.m. Eastern,
on Meerkat
YouTube, and thepowercoupleshow.com.
PowerCoupleShow.com. Make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com, baby. Tell them
To
why.
get access to our 7 free ways of becoming a power couple. It's a free PDF. You can grab it today just as a way of us saying thank you, and join our free VIP list, because we are going to be updating you when we're going to be giving out the free memberships to the Power Couple last 50 episodes.
Y'all heard.
Yes, sir.
So make your way to it, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to do the last two components on the next episode. I just have a quick question, baby. Tomorrow, you and I are spending the day at a water park. I want to know, are we going to be able to have the Power Couple Show tomorrow?
We can probably do the Power Couple Show on the road. And
Okay.
it's not gonna be as like we normally do it.
Mhm.
So it's gonna be on the road, and there's just, we're just gonna put it on there.
We might not be able to have it on the PowerCoupleShow.com though.
Yeah, we may not have it on the PowerCoupleShow.com.
What we'll do is we'll do everyone who's following us on Meerkat or Periscope, you're just gonna see some moments of our day. But
Yeah.
really, we'll hit this topic again on Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern. We will continue this topic of abuse. I believe it deserves 2 episodes. There's just so much that goes on in it.
Yeah.
And I really want your opinion. I want your comments. I want your questions. We both want it. We appreciate you. We value you. Your words matter here. Guys, we love you so much. Thanks for watching
The Power Couple Show.
You are the bomb, like tick,
Tick,
tick, boom. Shakalaka.